Heyo peeperoonies, KP here with a brand new video. This one is a little later than I wanted, but maybe it's for the best, and you'll see why shortly. I'm back with my OC shenanigans again, and here to give an overhaul to an older OC, although I will say that I did do this last year before Kiwi's redesign, so the art is a little bit old, but it's still good. Oh, and for those that are new around here, this is a series where I yank one of my older OCs that could use some love and give them an overhaul. You can watch the previous two OC redesign videos, and I'll have them linked in the iCard above. Now, with the preamble out of the way, let's get into the redesign. This cutie is named Kira. When I was younger, I read this series of books from the last vampire series, and it has had a lasting effect on me. And you can see some of that inspiration from the vampires in that story in my version of vampires. So because of that, Kira is a vampire, and I will be keeping that aspect. Then at some point, I did make her an Oasin so that she fit into my lore a little bit better, and she wasn't just a generic vampire human. So we are going to keep that as well, and in particular, she's a Treeker, which is an Oasin with traits from the Reaper and the Traken. If you guys are interested in my world building elements, please let me know. I'll make a video on that someday. I just want to gauge interest to determine when I make it. But basically, that just means she has the Oasin gray skin, she has Traken horns, and a Reaper tail. I also am keeping her pink hair because Reapers and any Reaper variant / cross can have pink to red hair. That's just a natural trait. Now, there are some variations that can happen due to like genetic mutations, but we're going to keep it simple. She can have the pink hair. The pink hair is fine. You can also see that I was leaning into the heart motif with her older designs, and I can only find one drawing as of writing the script, but I'll add more on screen if I can find them. So as I was saying, she already has this really cute heart motif, so I just leaned into it more. As you can see, I was playing around with her hair a little bit. Now, I did have a concern with her having too much in common with Pinky Bug, my mascot, because Pinky Bug has and had a heart motif. It's kind of like, it's not as prevalent anymore, but it was definitely there when I did this art. And she's also part Oasin, and she only has the Reaper half, and she's also half fairy, so she's not like a full-blood Oasin. But that's not what's important. Point is that there would be a lot of similarities. I did ask my community tab for some input a while back. If you remember that, you're a real one. Ended up going with the two very long heart bubble braid style. Now, this does mean that I have two vampire OCs with long braids, but I think they're different enough that it's okay. If I can remember, I will add Bonnie up on screen. She is the one I can, off the top of my head, picture as a vampire with a long braid. But they look pretty different, so I think we're in the clear. I also changed up her horns to be more pointy and have a second point because for Trakens, the horn shape has a big influence on how attractive they are, and more femme Trakens, what they're looking for is a nice, sharp, multi-pointed horn. It's very desirable. And it was also important to me that she was considered attractive to her kind. Similarly with her tail, long tails with shaped tufts are very desirable for Reapers. So yeah, that's why those traits are like that. Also because it's just cute. For her clothes, I gave her this cute little dress shirt and some pants, as well as these cute little heart-shaped shoes. They got the little heart cut out. They're really cute. Her older design was just a white dress with black accents, so this is an improvement. Now we can draw her reference sheet. I go through phases where I prefer thin line art over thick line art, and I made this one during one of those phases. And also because this is nearly a year old now, the art is a little dated, but it still looks kind of good to me, so it's okay for now. On a slightly unrelated note, I have decided on a whim to redo all of my OC references, so I'll likely redo this one soonish too. This does mean there will be a delay on the next OC tour video, and it will have a large section for update, or maybe I'll just do a video where I update, because I'm updating the refs, like, drastically. Okay, moving on. Her story is very bare bones, like, very, very bare bones, and I haven't really thought it out too much, so I'm just going to throw some stuff together, some traits and some quirks, and then someday I'll have a perfect spot for her. Kira is a Treeker Oasin from Cry in the Nidus region. She could be a model or maybe a performer, a singer-dancer, and she's a hopeless romantic for sure. And she's left-handed, and she really likes fruit-flavored desserts, particularly strawberry and cherry. Those are her favorite. Maybe it's because they're very pinky and red and very love hearty, but she likes those two fruits the most. And yeah, I feel like this is a nice baseline to work off in the future, so we'll leave it at that. I don't want this to go on too long. Now we have made it to the final drawing of the video, and much like Kiwi's drawing from last video, This was made a while back, so I do remember I wasn't liking how it was going at some point, so I did redo the drawing, keeping the same idea, just fixing up the pose, and it feels a lot better. And I still really like this drawing. I can definitely do better now, but for a year ago, I think it was more than a year ago now, this looks really good to me. I went back to preferring thick line art when I did this drawing, which is fun. Oh, and also the eyes for vampires look pretty different now, so who knows, I might redo this drawing someday to fix that. Overall, again, despite it being very old, I'm really happy with this one. And we're here at the end of the video, and I'm so happy that soon I will be able to start making new videos of these. I have 2 more left in my backlog. And a small note, I will be doing more OC redesign videos till I can finish up the OC ref redos. We're moving on from that. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Comment your favorite kind of dessert for the algorithm and tell me about your OCs because I would love to hear it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Bap that notification button to be notified the next time that I post a video. I have some cool stuff in the works, and here's to hoping I have a nice long month of no illness that delays videos.